In any case, we had 4 boys and then a girl. I had a friend who had sort of late in life. He and his wife had 2 boys, 3 boys, then a girl. And his wife said if he'd had the girl first, he would have thought the boys were retarded. I certainly found to be the case. Remember the Blue Oyster Cult had a record called Masters of the Psychic War. It was better than the Psychic War. And it's hard to hurt my feelings about something unless I play a song and you don't like it or something. That can hurt me. But my daughter, we were in a restaurant just maybe 6 months ago. She's 15 now. And I like to sit with my back to the people in the restaurant. And she was in that chair, and her mother said, "Alice, would you please move? Daddy likes to sit in that chair." And she says, "What for?" Like that. He said, "He just does." And so she's sitting there, she looks around and says, "You're not that famous." In any case, well, it was the first boy I had who's now 40. My wife and I, who was German, she was German, we were 23, and we didn't know what to do about sending him to schools. They still had like progressive schools in those days, and we sent him to one, and he'd sit around on cushions and rap all day and get lice. And we sent him to schools where they wouldn't let him pee, schools that made him pee when he got there. In fact, that was what they majored in, urine. We sent him to one school. It was most interesting because it graded comprehensively. Every 6 weeks you'd get about 10 pages of how they graded. And he was 6. And in one grading period he got all D's, F's, and unsatisfactories except for one subject, which was meets new situations with confidence. In this country, you know, it's not bad. But anyway, I'll tell you this, for my kids now are 15, 16, when I went to the orientation for them, it was such a profound experience for me that I wanted to write about it, but so as not to waste the song on something so trivial, I include within the song the reasons for the failure of Marxism. When Karl Marx was a boy, he took a hard look around. He saw people were starving all over the place, while others were painting the town. The public-spirited boy became a public-spirited man. So he worked very hard and he read everything until he came up with a plan. There'd be no exploitation of the worker or his kin, no discrimination cause the color of your skin, no more private property would not be allowed. No one could ride too high, no one could sink too low, or go under completely like some we all know. If Marx were living today, he'd be rolling around in his grave. And if I had him in my mansion on the hill, I'd tell him a story, 'twould give his old heart a chill. It's something that happened to me. I'd say, Carl, I recently stumbled into a new family. The 2 little children in school, where all little children should be. I went to the orientation. All the young mommies were there. God, you've never seen such a glorious sight as these beautiful women arrayed for the night, just like countesses, empresses, movie stars, and queens. And they'd come there with men much like me, froggish men, unpleasant to see. Where the kids were gone, marry a prince with their feet. Because the world isn't fair, it isn't and never will be. They tried out Japan, it brought misery instead. If you'd seen how they worked it, you'd be glad you were dead. It's like I'm fed up living in the it would depress us, God, because we care that the world still isn't